Hello, you guys. How is everybody doing? I'm gonna give you all the opportunity to start getting the notifications and all of those good things. Hey, your choice towing. Y'all hope I'm not smacking. I hope y'all can't hear me smacking. Hey, Tierney. Listen, y'all, I went so old school. I bought me a big jar of hot pickles, and I got them from out of Cash Saver. They're the hot and spicy pickles, but these are a little sour. And y'all, I got a peppermint in it. So I'm gonna try not to be eating it. I'm trying not to be sucking on it while I'm on here. But y'all know, oh my God, the pickles with the peppermint, and oh my God. Let me put it on mute, y'all. It's so good. Oh my God. This is such a good pickle. I'm doing good. Listen, I know I haven't been on as much. Listen, hey Infinity, hey the Black Barbie, I miss you guys. Hey Sinlu, listen, y'all, with those finals and like my brain has been so fried. I think I've really have been having to recuperate. I've been having to like gather myself and recuperate just from taking those finals and stuff. Like I promise you, I've really been having to do that. I've been good. I've been cool, but it's just a lot. And there's other stuff that I've been doing, you guys. Like I'm working on a beauty product. Of course, I'll let you all know like once it's finished. And thank you, Clarinetta. Thank you. And of course, I have a chemist. This guy that, well, I won't say who he is. And what else? Yeah, just, and then too, I was really involved like with the elections. Thank you. My schoolwork, I'm so happy to be finishing school. Like it's priority to me. I mean, I'm just, my focus is just totally on that. I'm just so happy to be so dedicated. Also, you guys, I'm gonna put my praying line up here too. I'm gonna put my praying line number. I want you all, like, we're so dedicated. We get on 7 days a week on the praying line. I started it at the end of January. It's constantly growing. So we get on every morning from 7 a.m. sharp. It's supposed to be 15 minutes of prayer on the go, but we pray and we're normally off in 10 minutes. And it helps get our day started. We command the atmosphere for the day and all of that. So it's just awesome. Also, you guys, yeah. Anyways, I mean, it's a lot of, listen, Cornelius is supposed to, I forgot to check. I was like, I need to check on that today, but I was running today at work because like I was trying to close out some cases. And so I was kind of running. I was, just kind of running. And what's up, Hitter? Shout out to, I want to say, shout out to the North Memphis community because they've been awesome. I've been working in that area for the last few weeks. They've been very awesome. Friendly, awesome, good people, and they, They made my work really easy for me. And yeah. Anyways, you guys, I want to talk about J Prince trolls FINESSE2TYME. Stop. Y'all don't do that. We want to have some peace tonight. I don't want my dogs want to try to fight. And CEO Jizzle is headed home. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me just take another bite of my pickle. Oh my God, that pickle is so good. Anyways, you guys. Okay, so J Prince Jr. is trolling. I think FINESSE2TYME is starting to get to J Prince Jr. Okay. I think he's starting to get to J Prince Jr. Now, I thought, J Prince Jr. was going to just ignore FINESSE2TYME. But I think FINESSE2TYME has been on top of his head. And he's been, vigilant or diligent and being continuous in talking about what J Prince Jr. and them did to him. J Prince Jr. and to include J Prince Sr. Now, FINESSE2TYME is really putting a lot of other little dudes up on game that may want to sign with Junior or Senior and letting them know what they did to him, right? A lot of people have, you hear about J Prince Sr., the old man Sr. kind of did a lot of people dirty, but there have been people that have been too afraid really to speak about what J Prince Sr. did to him. He's got this reputation of handling people that have his name in their mouth, right? FINESSE2TYME has been kind of open. I hope they don't do anything to him. I hope they wouldn't be dumb enough to do that. But he's kind of been, kicking game and letting it be known that they talk a lot about loyalty, and this is what they do. Okay, this is their game. Hey, E-Baby. Hey, Angel the Real Boss. Shout out to Angel the Real Boss. Angel the Real Boss is on the praying line every single morning. Shout out to her for being dedicated and getting on the line. Thank you, Miss Rachel. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that so much. Lord, I done muted myself. I should have took another bite of my pickle when I made a mistake of muting myself. But anyways, I didn't do it. So anyways, you guys, so J Prince Jr. has been, so this is what J Prince Jr. and them do. And probably a lot of other record labels do this to young dudes in the hood. They understand that a lot of young dudes in the hood, they talk a lot about loyalty, and they put a lot of stock in loyalty this, loyalty that. That's all they talk about in the hoods. But that's a damn myth, okay? Unfortunately, these dudes claim that they're street dudes, but I guess they don't really understand that, okay? That loyalty really is just a myth to a lot of people, especially when you're doing business. Now, loyalty to me is very important. It is. Loyalty to me is very important. But when you're talking about millionaires like that, they did not get what they have off of being loyal. They got what they had off of using, playing tricks and games. Hey, Tamika Abram. Hey, Tamika. Shout out to Tamika Abram. They got, and look, Tamika, listen, I was thinking about y'all today. I was like, we just getting started. Like, we are just getting started. We got to do something to wake our city up, Tamika. We got to do something to wake up our city. Because y'all know we have a city election coming. Y'all, only 16% of the people in Memphis and Shelby County voted. Only 16%. So we got to do something about that. And so this is what people like J Prince and them do. They get young dudes in the hoods that really don't know any better. Okay. They kind of, when they've been throwing around loyalty, and loyalty, especially with people like that, that's just a manipulation tactic. They'll say, you know, it's loyal because we the mob. We this, we that. They use loyalty just like they did with FINESSE2TYME. They throw loyalty around to try and disarm people like FINESSE2TYME so they can take advantage of him just like they did. Been trying to figure out a way to get our young people out to vote. Tamika, we need to do a voter registration drive. We need to do a voters registration drive, and we need to find we need to think of a name to call the campaign. We need to do a campaign. And then motivate the people, because I'm gonna tell you something. When I was going to run for school board, what I did was, my friend, one of my friends live off of Danny Thomas. Okay, up there in the hood. We got out and I started encouraging people. Okay, Tamika. That would be awesome. But J. Prince Jr. and Ken says, finesse just like Gucci, you read what you say. So what J. Prince Jr. does is he uses they and others such as Gotti and all of them. What they do is they will use those tactics. Talking about it's loyalty, it's this, we're gonna do a handshake. They'll tell you everything on a handshake, but you know, we gotta sign this paperwork though. And so what they do is they totally disarm these young dudes and take their guards all the way down. They sit up, talk about, well, you know, it's loyalty over here. I'm loyal. So yeah, you know, I'm protecting this at all costs. Moneybagg did the same exact thing to Big 30. When they jumped in all of that mess with Moneybagg and Young Mob, right? And they was thinking that it was loyalty. They don't really know what the definition of loyalty is, because number one, you have to be loyal to yourself before you could ever be loyal to anybody else, right? And I think a lot of what's happening, especially in our community, people are self-medicating, right? They took total advantage of FINESSE2TYME. They're self-medicating. They're not loyal to themselves. There's no love there for self, because I think some people feel like they ain't even, it's an unspoken thing. I don't even think they feel like they're worthy of love, right? They don't think they worth, they, you know, then nobody love me. I wasn't never loved, right? That's why they'll say F love, because now it's a defense mechanism. They don't feel like they're worthy of love because they don't feel like their life is worth nothing. Nobody has ever told them you are somebody. Your life means everything. You are needed, right? Because God equipped us all with special gifts so that we can pour out into one another. That's what we're supposed to be doing. So these people don't understand that they are needed. They're loved and they're needed. Okay. And so, anyways, moving on to J. Prince Jr. So J. Prince Jr. is letting FINESSE2TYME get the best of him. Okay. So what he's doing is he's trolling. He decided to troll FINESSE2TYME by promoting FINESSE2TYME. I guess he feel like Scooby-Doo is FINESSE2TYME enemy. Okay. Hold on. Let me pull it up, you guys. Now, looking at J. Prince Jr., and and they already say J. Prince Jr. is thrown off. Okay. He's thrown off. And if you look at him, he looks thrown off. He looks cold and callous. Okay. It looked like something about wrong with him. Okay. Hey, Miss Lakita. I ain't been studying him since, you know, anytime the strippers at the Houston club say they hate to see him coming. They say they hate to see him coming because he be about to rape them. He be trying to take it. Now, y'all know with strippers, they be loving to see the dudes that they think are ballers walk up in the club because they know they're gonna make their most money. Now, this dude was born rich, so you know he probably got a little change on him. It's a damn shame when the strippers have to run from him because he's trying to take some. That's a mental illness because he got the money to buy it. I'm sure they probably sell it to him for the right price. But it's a mental illness when you want to take it. Okay? Let's see here. Can y'all hear that? I can't hear it. Hold on, y'all. I got something.
Them multi-billion. Yeah, keep you healthy, nigga. Say, man, y'all want to keep y'all beard on point. You deal what I'm saying? Y'all got to fuck with this Scooby cuts, health stimulating oil. You deal what I'm saying? It's up there and it's stuck there multi-billion. Yeah, keep you healthy, nigga.
Even Scooby Cuts got a hair. But I'm going to tell y'all now, with my beauty products, it's going to be different. It's not white label because a lot of folks just taking their names and putting it on somebody else's label. I'm not doing none of that. I ain't going to have, I'm not going to have that, but I'm going to have we working on something else, okay? Now, y'all, Jay Prince Jr., they tells me that FINESSE2TYME said that Jay Prince Jr. just stopped drinking. It looked like to me he back a drunk. I don't think he never stopped. It's when they luscious, it be hard for him to stop. Okay. He looked like he a drunk, and then he got the app on his face. I don't see a lot of men that have those apps on their faces. A lot of men don't believe in putting those apps on their faces, but he got one on his. That's weird.
Say, man, y'all want to keep y'all beard on point. You deal what I'm saying? Y'all got to fuck with this Scooby cuts, health stimulating oil. You deal what I'm saying? It's up there and it's stuck there multi-billion. Yeah, keep you healthy, nigga.
So I wonder Scooby Cuts then went to them for an investment. Or maybe Scooby Cuts sent him. He said it grows your beard. His beard already fat. So I mean, I wouldn't think he would want to grow it no more. Unless it's a toupee beard. And you know, they be wearing wigs on their faces now. They go get wigs and put it on their faces like the toupees. So unless it's a fake beard, his beard already fat. Cause y'all know gotta be wearing a fake beard too. Cause when he take it off, his real beard look like taco meat. Okay. So it seemed like to me he's promoting Scooby Cut stuff, trying to upset FINESSE2TYME. he listen. I don't really understand why Jay Prince, because I think Jay Prince and them FINESSE2TYME was real hot. He was when he was hot when he was hot, and he still does very well now. Finesse is one of the best rappers to come out of the city of Memphis. As a matter of fact, it ain't a whole lot of rappers that can compete with him because he has a distinctive sound. He got a flow. He was in jail the majority of his life, so he perfected that flow of rhyming off of the top of his head. I mean, all he had was time to sit there and perfect that. Okay. And so now he gets out and don't know the business, and because it's a gift. Because when people sit up and talk about, rapping is a gift. Everybody can't flow like that. Some people just got the gift of, that's a gift that God has given them. And so for him to perfect that and get out, and then they not know the business, because I think Finesse, as you get older, you start to evolve. And so you think about now, if a person say that they're loyal to you, they'll teach you how to handle your money. He had $5 million, and I mean, we can't let him off of we can't let him off, off of I forget the word I'm looking for. Y'all help me out. We can't just let him off. There has to be some responsibility. And I think he said, he takes responsibility for throwing away $5 million. That's a lot of damn money to throw away. But FINESSE2TYME he's done what a lot of other people, he's not the first to do it, have done, that don't know anything about money. Okay. Because if you spending more than you making, you're gonna be out of it. And evidently he was spending more than he was making. Even though he was making a lot, which means he was spending a whole heap. Now they say he was stingy. I don't believe that he could have spent $5 million just on himself. He had to have been giving it out quite a bit. Okay. We know he got a fetish for women. Okay. Worldly women. Okay. So I'm sure he, you know, because he wanted to have a brothel. That's what he wanted to have. And that was never working out. And he used to have a lot of dudes around him. Okay, he might still have a couple, but he used to have a lot of dudes around him, and I'm sure that didn't work out either. And then he says that J. Prince Jr., the record label was supposed to be paying for his videos, and J. Prince Jr. was watching him pay for his own videos. You know, paying $30,000. Like, I mean, you know, they knew he was spending. They knew he didn't know the business, and they took total advantage of that. Okay. You know, although I'm sure Finesse was appeal, Finesse wasn't nothing nice either now. But I still don't believe, you know, I still don't believe in people taking advantage of people just because they know that they don't know. Okay. I think Finesse needs to take time to, and I think he's doing it now, to try and reconcile with all of the things that he did wrong. Okay, because you know, Moneybag says he was skipping out on the promoters. You cannot, if Moneybag never told him nothing else, he did tell him that, right? Not to mess over promoters, right? Because if you mess over promoters, that's your money right there. What promoter is gonna want to work with you? We used to vlog about when he was in Chattanooga. Okay, they did something up there in Chattanooga. Okay, down in, I believe, in Alabama. So, did something happen in Alabama, or did it happen in Mississippi? It may have been both. Okay, where there was some issues, and you know, I believe it was Alabama where he was supposed to be out there, and he sent his brother out there. You know, you can't do to people like that come to see you. People spending their money to come and see you. You got to do them right. You know, I don't know if he thinks about that stuff and he has regret now, and he's asked God to forgive him for it. You know, I don't know, but hopefully, if he ever gets the opportunity to rise up again, I think he got to get his mind right and reading over his contracts and trying to learn the business. That's the first step. You know, I think that there would be a way out of his contract. You know, hopefully he's saving his money more so that he could possibly get him a good lawyer that would get him a asking price, a number, right? That could get him a number that they can agree on so that he can buy his freedom. Ain't that a damn shame? Y'all listen to, I mean, and the more I think about it, because y'all know I love looking at them slave movies. I'm telling y'all, if there's ever a slave movie to look at, I love them. Because to me, it's getting the knowledge. That's why I work so hard. Okay, because I look at all of, I love to read about our history. And once you know where you come from, you don't want to go back there. That's why they try to erase that. You know, they try to erase our history. They don't want us to know our history. And it seems like so many people make mistakes because they don't try to look into our history, and what they try to do is black it out. Okay. And so I was thinking about, you know, when I look at those Harriet Tubman movies and all of those slave movies, and I read those books, Y'all know Harriet Tubman had 2 books that she actually wrote. Well, she couldn't read and write, but she actually they actually transcribed it as she was speaking. Okay. Harriet Tubman, Moses to Her People is one of them. She wrote 2. It was 2 of them that they wrote. They transcribed from her in her own words. Okay. Anyways, she talked a lot about how slaves dreamed of buying their freedom. Help me, somebody. And so the record labels are doing the exact same thing and it's a darn shame that you got Black people that have obtained wealth like Jay Prince and his daddy and all of them that are continuing the works of the slave masters. Okay, because Harriet Tubman spoke a lot about how they worked hard and they would try to save their little money, and I think they was making a penny or something a day, a penny a week or something like that, and how they would just work hard and they would work their fingers to the bone because they wanted to buy their freedom, like the slaves in the North. Okay. And back then, buying their freedom was if they could get to the North, they could work. They still treated them as slaves, but they could work and keep their money. That's what buying their freedom was, being able to go work and be underpaid, but being able to keep your money. Okay. And so that's what a lot of these young dudes have to do now. When they sign with these record labels, they have to pay. They make the record labels millions of dollars, and then they have to turn around when they finally wake up and to try to get out of those contracts, they have to try to buy their freedom. It ain't no damn different. Okay. So I think what Finesse need to do once he detoxes, because y'all know I got to be honest, once he get off the drugs, because he gonna have to get off the drugs. What he needs to do is he needs to start saving his money for a Michael Jackson type attorney, because everybody ain't scared of old man Prince. That's a myth too. Okay, he ain't got the power that he once had, especially outside of Houston. Okay, he needs to go head on up towards California somewhere and get him a Michael Jackson attorney once he saves his money. Okay, remember Master P said that somebody told him that he needed to find Michael Jackson's attorney, and it was this big secret. Okay, and once he got into the industry, he found out who Michael Jackson's attorney was, and he saved 25. Michael Jackson's attorney told him it would be $25,000 for 15 minutes, and they got $25,000 up and went and talked to Michael Jackson's attorney, and Michael Jackson's attorney helped him not to be a slave. He said they had a 15-minute meeting, and he told him the way not to be owned is to be independent. Okay, the exact same thing that Young Dolph was trying to teach. Okay, that's what Young Dolph was killed for, right? Trying to help his community of young men like FINESSE2TYME, them who was hating on him, that was talking bad about him. He was trying to keep them from seeing this day that they are seeing today. Y'all know I have to throw that in there because it's the truth. And so, now Junior, who is a drunk, ain't no telling what else he do. Seems like, FINESSE2TYME is starting to get on it, starting to get to him. I hope, because he's stupid. If he if a jewelry man can come to Houston, and I do believe that it was Jay Prince Jr.'s group of people that went to rob that jewelry man and they killed him, Duke the jeweler. Look at what happened with Takeoff. The man Takeoff, they said, didn't bother nobody. Okay. Takeoff was killed, and Jay Prince Sr. is paying for the man who killed Takeoff's lawyer. What was Junior's response? Nothing. He just kind of trolling him with supporting Scooby Doo.
Say, man, y'all want to keep y'all beard on point. You deal what I'm saying? Y'all got to fuck with this Scooby cuts. Health stimulating oil. You deal what I'm saying? It's up there and it's stuck there multi-bennett. Yeah, keep you healthy, nigga.
Mm. Mm. Y'all had to take another bite of that pickle. It's so damn good. Cypress says, quit hating on us with the beard. Cypress, all I got to say, I hope your beard is weird. I mean, I hope your beard is real and you're not trying to be like your protege. Okay? Or you might be the protege. You might be the protege of Yo Gotti. Y'all hit the like button for me. He said mob ties business. So I don't know, like I said, I hope with Finesse 2 times. I hope Finesse 2 times they don't do anything to him. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting ready to now y'all, Cornelius is supposed to go to court next week. I'm trying to pull up Finesse 2 times. Hold on. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. I would appreciate it if you do. Make sure you all please like, share, and subscribe.
A lot of people lack emotions. I don't. You hurting my feelings. See, a lot of people lack emotions. I don't. A lot of people lack feelings. They don't have a soul. I do. So when you hurt my feelings after I help you, I'ma get you. I'ma get you. I love you. You hurting my motherfucking feelings like that? Okay. All right. 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 You gotta know this shit ain't over. You hurting my feelings. See, a lot of people lack emotions. I don't. A lot of people lack feelings. They don't have a soul. I do. So when you hurt my feelings after I help you, I'ma get you. I'ma get you. I love you.
The way that I be cutting up and talk about the way I be showing out when I be marking people, I just be joking when I say I love did you. He just said it. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
we bump heads at every fucking time. I said, leave me alone. I'm going through something that can't nobody solve.
I don't understand it.
Alright, just let me get through.
But you still like shoot.
I don't care nothing about no video. I don't care nothing about no race. I don't care nothing about none of this shit. I just want to navigate the way I need to navigate. And hopefully I'll wake up, I'll be alright. This is where we bump heads at every fucking time. I said, leave me alone. I'm going through something that can't nobody solve.
I don't understand it.
Alright, just let me get through.
You still like shoot.
I don't care nothing about no video. I don't care nothing about no race. I don't care.
First of all, FINESSE2TYME is gonna have to take himself to a rehab because I'm telling you what's gonna happen if he don't. And I don't wish this up on him. Whatever it is that he taking, and somebody says that they believe that he is on perks. The way Junior and them is gonna get him, I'm sure they know who he get his perks from. They're gonna mess around and get him through the perks. So I really hope that FINESSE2TYME's detox.
It was made to be like that. It was made to be like, you don't supposed to like me. Don't none in the world supposed to be perfect, no way. So I'm cool with you not liking me, but bitch, don't act like you do. That's my problem. That's my issue. I'm cool with you not liking me, but don't act like you do, bitch. It's gonna be a problem. Cause you a motherfucker, social.
Lord have mercy, G. He said perks and Adderalls.
So this the Atlantic deal. Man, look. I see a whole lot of motherfuckers laughing at a nigga. And it's cool, laugh at it. That shit ain't number motivation for me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a hustler, man. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, man. The position I'm in right now, that's all I ever needed anyway. I ain't never think I was gonna be worth no $1 million, no way, my nigga. I'm gonna be real. So even for me to be able to go make me $40, $50, $60, $70,000 a week, that's a blessing to me, homie. I start over. I get my shit together. But what I want to do is what my message is, I want to just be a mascot for all the up-and-coming artists who want to walk in these rooms and walk in these labels and think just because you surrounded with people. And so this the Atlantic deal.
We on the run.
FINESSE2TYME says his issues with Moneybagg Yo started over a $1 million contract option. Says Finesse finally explained why he was going at Moneybagg Yo and says it wasn't for no reason. According to Finesse, there was allegedly a $1 million option tied.
They had enough of the capping. They done had enough of the rapping. The difference between me and them is I'ma plead the fifth when it happen. What you know about investigation? What you know about facilitation? Talking about what you won't do, but you ain't never been in this situation. They'll do anything for some fame and scream as soon as they get in there. Nigga talking about first 48, don't even know how it feel to sit in there. I'm a visionary, I can see from a mile away, but niggas are lying your face. You really ain't street, you really ain't hood. You just from around the way, I was born in it. Granny was a hoe, pops was a pimp, nigga, I was born pimping. Since 2007, nigga, I've been thugging since cell phone minutes. Head to the left, Glock on my right, weight on my shoulders. Got me reminiscing back when I was just head saying about me authentic. I won't lie to you and they on bar. Used to sell crack, used to pimp hoes, used to sleep out the same car. Who thought I'd make it this far? All praise due to Allah. I'm the same young nigga from Walter Simmons, nigga get well in Lamar. I had $30 to my name, bought a half an ounce, posted on the track with it, came back with it, bought a whole ounce, started selling grams out the whole ounce, sleeping with roaches. Had to get off my ass and give me some motion. Then tragedy struck, they hit my little nigga. My heart was broken, I was still posting, scraping up chain, praying for a change, nigga, I was still hoping. Something had to give, shit give me chills, still can't believe this. Everybody asking me for a handout like it was easy. What the fuck were you when I was grieving, huh?
Everybody can't do that. Okay. I ain't even know like into rap like that, and I felt that. I mean, that just came off the top of that dude's head like that. He probably wrote it in
I ate
jail.
noodles with no packet. Cereal with the canned milk. The powder milk. No milk. Waffles, no syrup. Jelly. No jelly, nothing. Oatmeal, no sugar. And you complaining about these Salisbury steaks? And all you gotta do is put some seasoned salt on the motherfuckers? Put some seasoned salt and some black peppers on the motherfuckers? And some onions? And that motherfucker bounce back? And you make that motherfucker a sandwich? And you talking about fake nutty bars? Take that motherfucker out the box. Take that motherfucker out the box. Sit it on top of the motherfucking refrigerator. He ain't got to know his real nutty buddies. So this the Atlantic deal. Man, look. I see a whole lot of laughing at it. And it's cool. Laugh at it. That shit ain't nothing but motivation for me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a hustler, man. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, man. The position I'm in right now, that's all I ever needed anyway. I ain't never think I was gonna be worth no $1 million, no way, man. I'm gonna be real. So even for me to be able to go make me $40, $50, $60, $70,000 a week, that's a blessing to me, homie. I start over. I get my shit together. But what I want to do is what my message is, I want to just be a mascot for all the up-and-coming artists who want to walk in these rooms and walk in these labels and think just because you surrounded with people. And so me and Suge, I finally found my monetized contract. Got a lawyer to look over it, but a lot of lawyers, like they don't really want to with it. They with it, but they don't really want to with it. And I got a couple people that have reached out to me, and I just sent it to them, and I still don't trust this shit a whole lot. So me and Suge finally decided to do ChatGPT. So it's my first time using ChatGPT. I never used it. Everybody been encouraging me to try to use it, so I'm gonna try to use it for the first time.
You should also put, is there any loopholes?
Have it been breached?
Like,
Have this been...
No, ask it, is there any loopholes for you to get out of your contract?
Okay. And especially if the artist had no proper legal advice. But this is not easy to win without a lawyer. So basically, Jay Prince, the old man, told me don't get a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me, we ain't gonna even go there. Advance and benefits could be used.
I mean, Jay Prince Singh was trying to make sure he made it easy for his son to screw him over. He was getting $5 million. And so I'm sure FINESSE2TYME, he can't have thought in the back of his head, they giving me $5 million. And Jay Prince saying, we ain't gonna even get no lawyer. You gonna have me sign something, and I'm not you don't want me to get a lawyer to tell me the language. They got a lawyer to write it up. So
I see a whole lot of laughing at it. You goddamn right I'm acting like it. I've been going through all this shit. Nigga, fuck you. You don't want to be my friend no more about no money. Nigga, kick rocks with flip-flops. Do 100.5.
Y'all know, if I used to think that FINESSE2TYME was faking, like I used to think that FINESSE2TYME is showing out. But then when I look at FINESSE2TYME's eyes, I think Finesse done flip. I really do. I hate that. I really believe that Finesse is flipped. And maybe being on whatever it is he on, they said perks and Adderalls. I'm sure that don't help him. But I mean, you could tell a lot by a person by looking at their eyes, and it's something. It is something that is off. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna pray for FINESSE2TYME, but sometimes people just have to go through the furnace of affliction. And I know people were saying, Finesse, the way that he did his mother was not right, and it was. He claimed he had issues with his mom, and I think what these young men tend to misunderstand is like FINESSE2TYME's mother was probably having a hard time trying to survive herself. She didn't have anything, and then she had children. So whatever it was that she had access to was very limited. It didn't help her. It didn't help her situation that he was in and out of jail. That was extra stress on a single mother that was already trying to make it. Okay. Him choosing to be in and out of jail, she could have got me a lawyer. She already trying to survive. And you throwing extra stress on her back, and you just so happen to get $5 million, which is not something that is accessible to us easily in the Black community. Okay. So regardless to what he felt about his mama, so that it really means that he has been tapped out for a long time. Okay, that's what it means. I really think he needs to go get himself some help, because you think about FINESSE2TYME, and he was talking about he was pimping women. So I get to thinking about that mindset of men that want to try and put pressure on women to try to carry them. And he's got that type of mentality, and subconsciously he probably thought his mama was supposed to keep her feet to the fire as it relates to him. Okay, even though he's not taking into consideration that his mother was struggling. His mother had other kids younger than him. He was in and out of jail. Everything, her resources was limited. I'm sure she was getting government assistance. And but because he likes to pimp women, subconsciously he felt like his mother was supposed to do anything, even though his ass was the one staying in and out of trouble. Okay, because see, when these dudes are out there doing this dirt, I don't understand. They be robbing and selling dope and all that, and then when they take their asses to jail, they ain't even got lawyer money. What is they doing? Okay, because surely if you're out there doing illegal stuff, at some point the folks are gonna come and knock on your door, and they coming faster than what you think, because your partner is gonna get jealous of you and turn you in. That's how it's always been. It ain't nothing that just started. It's been like that. So you ain't even got nothing tucked away. So your mother that's already struggling, or your baby mama, or your woman that's already struggling, you want to put pressure on her. You got some type of anger towards her because she couldn't take no more. She couldn't do no better. She was supposed to carry me, even though she wasn't doing no. She already was doing bad, and I guess she's supposed to go ahead and stroke out. Would he have felt better about that? Y'all know how I feel about men that want women to carry them. It makes me mad, because I didn't grow up around nothing like that. Okay? But he got all of this anger for his mother because she couldn't do any better. Because he felt like She didn't pay for this. She didn't give me no lawyer. She didn't come and see me. That lady already struggling. And when resources are limited, it messes with your mental. It don't just mess with a man's mental. Because see, when men are stressed out, they'll walk away and leave. They can leave. A woman can't just up and leave because she chooses to take care of. What's she gonna do? Leave her kids? Most women don't want to leave their kids. They may become mean because they stressed out, but they're gonna make sure them kids eat. Okay, a man will walk away. He'll go. I'm going to the store to get some light bread. You don't see him no more for 20 years. Women don't necessarily do that. They stay and they take that mental stress of I gotta have some food on the table for my children. He can't even give his mama credit for trying. It ain't nowhere in the world. I don't mean no harm, and I ain't trying to be hard on Sugar. But it ain't nowhere in the world that FINESSE2TYME is ever supposed to think. Because see, he ain't learned. That means he ain't hit rock bottom yet. If he believes that Sugar it would be more loyal to him than his own mother. Because Sugar is subject to leave him when he ain't got nothing else coming in. Because he already advertised her skills. She gonna get her another pimp. Okay? It's one just waiting on her. Sugar ain't no other ugly girl. She got that. Okay, don't get me started. She not ugly. So she does whatever he says do. Like a sex slave. And if the money ever runs the well ever runs totally dry, she gonna go and get her another master. His mother is gonna still be his mama, and I bet you, even if she don't want him, she ain't gonna let him sleep outside. Okay. So he still got the issues confused right there because his mother is gonna always have a loyalty to him that no other woman will have, because even with a man could marry a woman and she could love him to death, she get tired of him, she gonna walk away from his ass. She gonna break free, and I ain't even saying that's wrong because I think anybody need their peace. She gonna break free and she gonna leave him in the wind. But I bet you his mother is gonna always be there. Okay. But sometimes you have to hit rock bottom. You have to go through the furnace of affliction to be refined. And there are some things, I think, I know he think he's hit rock bottom. He hasn't. He ain't hit rock bottom. And even if he feels like he's on the bottom, he could still come back up because he still got the talent. What people forget is the way up is down. You have to go down in order to get back up. That's what folks say. When I'm down. I ain't gonna be down always. I go, no, you're not gonna be down always. In order to get back up, you got to be down. It ain't nowhere to go but up. You can't do nothing but go up. So I know you're gonna get back up. But you got to believe it and know it. He got the talent. But unfortunately, he got bad habits too, right? And I believe that there are some things that he got to get right. Now, I was listening to my cousin say, FINESSE2TYME, she said, they talk about, he take care of his kids. And she said, I don't get no money from him for dealing for my son. Okay. She said, I don't get no money. And, I have to give it to FINESSE2TYME. I have not. I mean, he's disrespectful. He is. That's something he gonna have to deal with, because he say he with the Nation of Islam. That I don't think they tolerate that. They don't supposed to. But you're getting a lot of jackleg Muslims now disrespecting women. Okay. But I have not heard him be as disrespectful as I've heard Scooby-Doo be disrespectful. Okay. I've never seen anything like that before. Okay. But I think Finesse is gonna have to do better by his by his kids. Unfortunately, he think buying them an expensive shoe or having Sugar to send him a game or whatever, that's not taking care of a child. You got your kids' mothers who take care of your children 365 days of the year. You ought to show them some gratitude. You got all that money, so you saying, well, to keep them from getting anything, well, then I'll just give it all to Sugar. It's gonna hurt him if Sugar run off. I put everything in Sugar name. You put everything in Sugar name and not your mama? I can't understand that myself. With the way that he treats Sugar, and he think he gives her that type of control. He got that much. Somebody told me that. I just refuse to believe that that's true. I know he ain't that big of a damn fool, because he think, if that's the truth, he think that old man Prince and Jay Prince whooped his ass. Okay, he think that they did him dirty. Okay, that's who gonna do him dirty. But you do all this because you don't want the women that take care of your children 365 days of the year to get no money when it would, as a man, hey, if you don't want to go through the courts, I mean, wouldn't it be better to go sit down with them and come up with an amount that you could give them every month? And so God says, you don't want to take care of your children, and then you brag about you got everything in Sugar name or whatever, the bank accounts or whatever in Sugar name. You got to be a damn fool to do that anyways. Okay? And so God says, I'll show you. Because you got to do right by your children. You need to do right by your mother. You and your mama, his mama, talented as she could be, she made candles. I wish I had that type of patience to sit there. I'm a candle fanatic. All I do is order candles. I just ordered $100 and some worth of candles from Target because they was on sale for $3. I had to have them. Okay. And his mama make those real pretty candles, but unfortunately, they don't know the business of it, because I'd order from Mama 2 times, but I'm not going to pay her $25 for one damn candle. So that's why it's good to know business. As pretty as her candles are, I mean, if she could get them in quantity, you're supposed to make them, in quantities or whatever. You sell them in quantities. But when you learn business, you learn how to do all that stuff. I'd pay $8 for $8. I'll order $100 worth of them. But I ain't get ready to pay $25, $30 just because you a small business. That don't make business sense to me. Well, I'm a small business. Well, man, I know you're a small business, and I really do. I understand, because I'm a small business. I do, but I can't give you $25 for no candle. But now, if FINESSE2TYME would have had his mother's candles out, they both go to a damn business class together. That's a bonding thing that they could do, and take his brother with him. Okay, Trey, you're gonna have to act right so that they can bring you along, and all of them go sit up at a business class. That's an investment with his sister too. That's an investment that he making his family, because all of them could make some money off. I'm telling you, they could put them on. They all really need their own reality show. He trying to get a reality show with Sugar. That sex stuff is played out. Okay, he really needs to be trying to get a show with his family. Okay, but they need to learn business and money, because FINESSE2TYME has the talent to really be a multi-millionaire. And he started putting his money, start watching what he speak out into the atmosphere, and put it and do right by the people he is supposed to do right by, because God ain't gonna multiply him no more, and he ain't doing right, because you get tested. He had all that money and God tested him. God to give it back to him, but his heart got to be right. He gonna have to do right by his children. He needs to do right by his mother. Help to put your mama in a better position. I think it's real selfish of children when you give birth to them and you do the best you can for them, and then they say like FINESSE2TYME, ain't nobody did enough for me. She gave you life. So she did do something to you. FINESSE2TYME's always been thick. He wasn't lacking. He was eating. So that brother gonna have to change his mindset. Okay. He needs to do something with it. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. F him. He needs to trademark that stuff. Hold on, y'all, I be hating to look up stuff while I'm on here because it throws me out. But I want to look up that and see if that's true. I'm going to look it up and see if that's trademark. If it ain't, Finesse needs to trademark it. He needs to trademark it, get him a lawyer, and figure out how to put a damn business in his name or in his mama's name. He needs to put a business in his mama name and push t-shirts and cups. Because I love coffee mugs. He put, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. F them. He put that on the coffee mug. I'm buying them in every color. Okay. I don't like them little skinny coffee mugs. I like the wide ones. I don't like the ones that come off of Vistaprint. You're going to have to go over there to China and get them, them nice ones. You get them for 50 cents. I like them wide ones. Okay, like what they be selling in Burlington Coat Factory. Them, okay. You sell them coffee mugs for $7. I'm getting them in every color. Cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. F them. I'm carrying it everywhere so everybody can see it while I'm drinking my coffee. You get the cute little blingy t-shirts. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. F them. That's how I be feeling all of the time. I'm wearing that t-shirt with the V-cut. Okay. He ain't got the beg J Prince and them. He need to get his damn mind right. Get right with his family. Get his mind right. Make sure they all on one accord and get him a down ass lawyer and do him right. Okay. It's always ways around stuff. Put your shit in your mama name, your businesses, and then have your lawyer to write up something on the side where she can't run off with your shit, or put it in your kid's name. That's what rich people do. They put their stuff in their kid's name. But Sugar ain't gonna want him to do that though. Okay. Don't put nothing in Dylan's name because she got to be able to control him. You have to watch the people that are around you. I don't know why I feel like Sugar want him to be at a certain level so she could control them. That keeps the women away. When he broke, busted, and disgusted, she ain't got to worry about no more harems up in that house. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you something. That little stuff they doing on OnlyFans, where they on there selling, they making X-rated movies and stuff, that's going to play out. That's going to play out. That dude need to be thinking about some generational wealth. Okay. And that's not it. He's got all of the tools to do it. He just needs to regroup and change the way his sight. Okay. He needs to change that because he ain't looking at things right. And he said, well, I don't know nothing about business. That ain't no excuse. You making enough money to go and take a damn business class. Yeah, I believe he living with Sugar's mama. And Sugar already said that her grandmama, her mama's mama, was a voodoo priest in Louisiana. So if her grandmama was a voodoo priest and Sugar into it too, her mama into it. If he need to get away from them. I liked him when he was with that girl in Chicago. That girl didn't play with him. That girl was mean enough. That girl know how to make money. That girl knows how to make money. But see, FINESSE2TYME, I mean no harm. He got a spirit of perversion on him. He got a spirit of perversion on him that need to be prayed off because he likes to prostitute women. God ain't get ready to bless him. I keep trying to tell these men that even the Bible states that the woman is the blessing. These men can't get ahead because in their mindset, and I think it comes from hatred as it relates subconsciously to the hatred that they have for their mamas. they hate women. They want to try to use them, and they look for a weak-minded woman. That's why when they then they see a woman as strong-willed as me, that's the reason why they mess with me. And that's the reason why I put the police on them. Y'all need to understand. I don't live my life where I just want to see people in jail all the time. I don't even be dealing with other than my friends that are police officers. I don't like to deal with the police like that. But I've been working in the criminal justice field long enough to know and understand, and it's not all men. Let me just make that straight, that there are a lot of men that hate women. And it's not normal for a man to look at me on my vlog and decide that they want to harass me. That's not normal because they don't know me. So it's a lot of men that look at me and go, I want to break her. She too strong-willed. And it becomes a project, and it becomes a project for me to get their information and put the motherfucking police on them. But that ain't nothing for me. That comes just like water. So when folks say she like to put the police on people, no, that's not something that I do in my everyday life. That ain't even something that I want to do, because that's not even how I live my life. I'm a proactive woman that handles business. But I'm not going to let some damn unhinged fool on the internet that look at women and hate them because maybe they've been molested, maybe they hate their mama, and they don't like women that they know they can't break. So you would prefer for me to put the police on you? Because that's what I'm going to do, because I'm not going back and forth with no damn fool. Okay? I'm going to tell y'all something. I remember a time ago, I had a case. And, they thought the girl had been messing with the boy. And I'm serious. They did. They thought the girl had been messing with the boy. And I remember they hired me because they hired an investigator because they wanted to see if there was any video that had caught. Because she said, I believe it's this guy that I work with, blah, blah, blah. And in my mind, I was like, well, okay. I said, why would he want to come and shoot your house up? She said, I don't know. And she went into, I don't know why he wanted to shoot. I said, so you weren't messing with him? I wasn't messing with him. I said to my mom, I was like, well, okay. I said, well, I tell you what I can do, because I can make requests and stuff and get camera videos and stuff pulled from cameras within the city. I was like, okay, well, I could see. And anyways, because the police don't do nothing. They don't do a damn thing. Folks they was having to hire, if they had the money, they was having to hire private investigators to try to prove their cases. Then, to my surprise, come to find out, I took an interest in it. So it's like, dog, she was like, that's his car. So the stuff came back. So then she got to showing me like the messages. Like, this was a dude that she was his supervisor at a warehouse job. He became totally obsessed with her. Tried to request her friendship on Facebook. She didn't accept it because she said, I don't accept requests from people that I work with, especially dudes. He went and shot up her house, found out, looked at her boyfriend on Facebook, got his name, got his information, and went and shot up his house. People would have thought that they was going together. He was just mentally twisted. He had been in and out of the mental institution his whole life. And here's the thing, she was way older than him. So when I tell y'all I'm putting the police on these motherfuckers on here, I goes and put the police and the FBI on them, because it ain't normal. It's a lot of twisted men. It ain't normal for a man to go, I don't like her, I'm gonna mess with her. You don't even know me. You twisted. I'm not going back and forth with you because you might be off your meds. And I don't want no beef with you. And it ain't even ladylike for a woman to be arguing with no man. I was always taught that you put a higher authority on them. I'm putting harassment charges on you, and I'm putting an order of protection on you too. And I'm gonna make your life. You got to understand, if that don't stop him, then I already know I'm gonna have to carry that pistol with me. But the point of the matter is, no woman should have to do that to no man. These men need to stay in their lane, okay? Be a damn man. Leave these women alone. Stop trying to be a damn bitch. Excuse my French. And that's why I be loving it. I ain't been in their chat in a long time. I used to go in the twins chat. Them twins is nice looking. I was showing them to, I asked one of my friends from New Orleans, me and Mac, y'all know Mac that used to rap with No Limit. Me and his auntie became real tight when I was working, when he was in jail, when I was airing his case. And I asked her one day, I said, "Do you know the twins?" She's like, "No, send me a picture of them." So she's like, "Them some nice looking boys. They real nice looking." I used to go in their chat. And the thing that I liked about them is they didn't allow no disrespect in their chat. You didn't have to worry about them allowing men to be disrespectful. You didn't hear them really being disrespectful, talking about women. I like that. I really did. I like that. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I remember one time, and I never remember how I met him, but it had to have been around. I had to have met him out in Memphis. It was around the time that Katrina happened. And I met one of those twins, and we exchanged phone numbers or something, because I remember we talked on the phone, and we talked on the phone for like hours and hours. And it was real intriguing to me, because I was like, because I remember when he was like, "Yeah, I'm from out the Third Ward. I'm from out of the Magnolia." And I remember them talking about those projects, right, in songs and stuff. So I don't know what I thought. I don't know what I thought, but it was cool. When he called me, I talked to him. I talked to him longer than I had ever wanted. Longer than I was gonna talk to him, because of his intellect. The dude could talk to you on get with me on any level of conversation. Highly intelligent, totally not disrespectful. Came to my mama's house, had one of his cousins with him, stood up. I remember it just like it was yesterday. He walked into my mama's living room, and I sat down, and he was just standing there looking at me. I was like, "What's wrong with you?" He said, "I'm not sitting. You ain't told me I could sit down." Just respectful, waited for me to tell him that he could have a seat. So all street dudes are not bad dudes, but that's why I know that it's sane guys out there. I know the difference between a sane guy and a crazy stupid motherfucker. And that's why the crazy stupid ones, I'm gonna make your life hell with the police, okay? Because some of them just want to. I'm gonna see if I can beat her down. She too strong. That's the thing that Onan thought that he was gonna do to me. I think he felt like, I want to take her spirit, and he started sending everybody out to try and do something to me, right? But I don't want to get on that. I'm going to get back into Finesse, because I got to talk about CEO Jizzle, okay? But Finesse is going to have to change his mindset. The reason why a lot of these men can't win is because of how they treat women. It's because of how they look at women. The woman is the blessing. Okay, that's why you see a good man, when he work hard and he got to drive and he get a good woman, he go up. Okay, because she is an asset. She helps him mentally and emotionally to build. Okay, that's a good woman. If you got one and you ain't ascendant, it's because either your ass too lazy, she ain't the woman for you, or that thing is backwards. You done threw your damn weight on that woman, and you trying to get her to carry you to the top with your no good stupid ass. That ain't how it works. It'll never happen. You'll never get to the top. You taking that woman down, your ass gonna always stay in the gutter. I don't carry no man. Never have, never will. I grew up around soldiers. My daddy was one. My uncles was one. My granddaddies was one. And my cousins were. I didn't like the way my cousins treated women. I didn't. They had a whole lot of them. Okay, but I hate them women put themselves in that position. They like that fast money that they was getting. But guess what? They took care of them. They didn't try to throw themselves because my auntie taught them better than that. It made them feel good to see that purse that woman was carrying, regardless of how I bought that. They didn't try to hide it from no man because they were real men. No, that's my woman, nigga. What you mean? I take care of her. I don't have how I feel or what I do for my woman. That's me. I'm a man. But now these men gloating on getting a woman to take care of them like they're a bunch of damn sissies. You ain't worth living. That's the reason why they can't get ahead. And it's so unfortunate that a lot of young women are not being taught they work. That's why that bitch lying on me. Like I tried to get him some money to mess with me. That was an insult. I was going to sue his ass. Bitch, you don't sit up and lie on me because you got a twisted thought of me doing it. That's a fantasy. I know my worth, always have. Okay? And so now a lot of these men have thoughts of a woman being a provider for them without any shame. And a lot of women are not being taught what their worth. Okay? Because one thing about it, you get you a good man, you not somebody like Finesse, because FINESSE2TYME is abusive. Okay, I like him, but he's abusive. Even a woman like me know how to sit down somewhere when I can be in my feminine energy because I know he got that. But as long as I have to work hard and I have to worry, he ain't the damn man for me. I don't trust you. I don't even want you. I don't want a man I can't trust. I got to worry about if he gonna do this, and that. I don't need you because I take care of myself. I'm not moving in the house with no damn man, and I have to pay all my bills. I pay $1,600 where I am right now. I don't have a worry or a thought about paying it. I got it. What I need for him to move up in here and pay half my bills, for that bitch gonna pay all of them, or else I don't need him. I take care of myself. But if I get with one, he got to be capable of doing that. Okay? A lot of women don't know that. Steven. Anyways, let me talk about Jizzle because we'll have to talk about that another time. I don't mean to be calling the men B's and H's and stuff. I'm sorry, y'all, but y'all know how we get. We get South Memphis on us sometimes. Y'all know I'm from South Memphis. Anyways, y'all know I be calling Jizzle my little son, right? And so Jizzle, I just said the other day, Miss T, so you paid to send him back home. Yeah, that's what I did. Big pressure. I helped him out. I ain't no bad person. And I don't have no ill will towards him at this point because I've been moved on. I've been moved on. And I ain't gonna lie, I had a care for the dude. But he didn't do that right. The only reason why I was mad at that dude is because that dude did what he did, and I feel like he did it because that lady wanted him to do it. Okay. But he had, he had to have known he was dealing with a different type of woman. I wasn't none of her. She used manipulation. I'm just kind of straightforward. Okay. But he had to have known, and I was quiet for a long time because I was going through my own little thing, regrouping. But I don't have no issues with that dude. I hope he get his life right. I hope he got his life together. That's what I hope. Okay. I hope he got his life together. Anyways, y'all run the likes up. So CEO Jizzle, we was talking about CEO Jizzle the other day, right? So I was like, CEO Jizzle being quiet and all of that good stuff. And y'all know I be calling CEO Jizzle my little son. I was like, y'all know CEO Jizzle is really next up. Like, he gonna be a big star in Memphis, right? And I was talking about him, and then one night, CEO Jizzle's mother, his real mother, came up into the chat, and she was like, I, gave birth to that star, and she did give birth to a star. He is a star. And so, anyways, I was like, Jizzle was in jail. They was I don't know what they, it's something went on with somebody did something to Jizzle and got his bond revoked. They was really they was calling in on, they was telling on everybody. Y'all see, once they was telling on, they was trying to get Little Kenny sent back to jail a month before Stupid Duke was indicted. What they was doing was they was calling in and saying that when Kenny had shows, I guess they figured Kenny had guns and weapons, because most of them have to be protected, right, when they're out doing these shows. And so what they was doing, they was calling and saying that BEO was on federal probation. He was still on paper, and that he had weapons in his car. So that's why the police and stuff was randomly pulling him over, because what they was doing was throwing stuff up against the wall, hoping that something would stick. Well, we already know he gonna have something on him, so we put the police on him. We'll get him violated and sent back to jail. This was a month before. I was reading that. I think it happened like 2 or 3 times, but this was a month before they indicted not Juke, but the other little guy that be with them, Duke. So then, like, maybe like a year later, I think CEO Jizzle, they violated him because of they violated him. They say it was because of when he was in South Memphis and they was in a car. What they did was I was reading in the paperwork, it wasn't a high-speed chase that he put them on, but he wouldn't stop. That's what it was. The police got behind him and he wouldn't stop. And so what he did was he was kind of eluding them, and letting the dudes that was in the car with him jump out. That's what he was doing. He had some more dudes in the car with him. And so he was eluding the police. They was behind him. And I'm kind of glad they got behind him that day, because I think they was getting ready to do something they shouldn't do. Because they said they had ski mask and everything in that car, child. I don't know what my little son was getting ready to do, but they stopped him right when they got up there at Danny Thomas and around Tate Street. They stopped him, okay? Somewhere around Tate Street. Yeah, I'll say around Danny Thomas. I ain't gonna say Tate Street because I don't want to say that, because I can't remember if it was Tate Street. And so anyways, so he eluded the police until he kept cutting corners and stuff and letting the dudes that was in the car with him jump out and run and get away. And then once he let all of them out, he finally stopped so the police could arrest him, right? he bad. He is really bad. He just a bad kid. And so and which I'm not saying it was right. But anyways, we was like, he had been quiet and stuff. So anyways, he posted. He says that he's getting ready to come home. He didn't have that long. I figured he would be getting ready to, because I think they ended up giving him like 3 years. They ended up giving him like 3 years And he may have already been in jail for how long has Jizzle been in jail? Has he been gone for over a year? So it's probably time for him to come home, because like with the Fed time, you do what, 85%? Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up, you guys. Here it is right here. Hold on. Hold on, you all. Here he is right here. He says, having $1 million meetings in a federal institution. So y'all, he got a record deal. I guess he's talking about a record deal. He says, I'll be home in a minute so Jizzle can show you boys how to do it. Free the real, keep the snakes, eating good potatoes and steak. I'm scared to click on it. Let's see. Can y'all see it? Okay, y'all can see it. Y'all, he got a mistake plate. Somebody done brought him a steak. But you know, they can order now. They can order food from the outside. I don't know if I would want that steak though. It don't look right. Look at all that fat. Y'all see all that fat right there and the color of it. I don't know. He says steaks, not state trays. Now they be trying to talk about straight drop. Now I believe Jizzle is really doing his time, and he the one eating steaks. Straight drop in straight jackets. Okay, he in straight jackets. I'm trying to think if it. I don't know if I can say. Okay, I don't know if I can say that. Big Pressure says, whenever Rico pop up, can't nobody run. Can y'all put a date on that? What you talk about, Big Pressure? What are you talking about now, Big Pressure? You must be sitting over there getting high. What you talking about now? Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to take another bite of that pickle. I gotta open me another peppermint. That pickle is so good. Y'all bought me the real big jars of pickles, like what the candy lady used to sell. I got them out of Cash Saver. I got the hot and spicy pickle, but these pickles are spicy and sour. I put a peppermint in them, like we used to do. Okay, I ain't gonna eat no more until I'm off. I don't want to be slurping in y'all ear. He says commissary is necessary. Big Pressure. I'm trying to figure out what is you talking about. What are you talking about, Big Pressure? Y'all know Big Pressure is ready to start tonight. I'm ready for you though, Big Pressure, because I ain't been on here in a long time. I've been trying to recuperate from doing all that studying and writing all them papers for my finals. I wanted to get on here last night. I was like, Lord, I want to rest. I got to rest my mind and my brain. And every night that I wanted to get on, I was like, I got to rest my mind and brain, because school took me down through there this semester. Don't mind me. I'm just messing with Steve. Steven ain't on here. But Big Pressure, now you do know they're gonna get Yo Gotti, don't you? You do know they're gonna slow walking down, Don. You got to know that, Big Pressure. Now Big Pressure ain't nobody just saying, I'm saying it because it's the truth. Listen, no, I can't eat no more of this pickle. They'll be talking about me. I gotta wait until I get off. Y'all, Hernandez Govan did a interview. Hold on, he was talking about yeah, Big Pressure. I mean, Steven is telling the truth. Hold on, y'all. Steven, that's a pickle. A pickle is healthy. That's a healthy snack. Hold on for a second, y'all. Let me pull this up. I'm trying to pull up something. Just give me a moment. Just give your girl a moment. Hold on. Quit riding around in a Bentley. Now it probably ain't his. when they be showing them and stuff, I don't think he could strike me on his page. He might try to get low down, but I rebuke him in the name of Jesus. Hold on, let me see, y'all. I think this Quet page. Is this his page? Yeah, that's his page right there. Now, oh Lord, now he gonna know I be on his Facebook page. Look, y'all. So look, y'all. Quet short. Talk about he got around in a Bentley. Anytime they showing the B on the Bentley and stuff, then look, that means it's not his or your body them gave him the rest of their money. He's showing that he riding around in the Bentley. When they do that, it's not his. Like I say, either it's not his or Yo Gotti don't pay him the rest of his money. Be a damn shame to get the rest of the money and go spend it on a Bentley. He playing some music on that. He interviewed Rainwater.
That's in the hospital. That just goes to show you the mindset of these people. But back to Mo3. I know you said, did Mo3 really want to sign with Gotti?
Yeah. He was finna sign the Black Youngster.
Did you try to do anything to like help him get signed to Gotti, or you
wasn't? He was finna sign the Black Youngster.
Yeah.
Gotti didn't fuck with him. Gotti was Freddie and Yellow people.
Oh, okay.
Anybody that Gotti fuck with is against Mo3.
Okay.
That's why Zillionaire won't get on Mo3 album. Moneybag Yo did a song on Mo3 before he was with Gotti. Little set that up. The old manager Little.
Oh, okay.
And I fuck with Zach Randolph. Zach Randolph, cool.
Yeah, Zebo, that's my nigga.
And so that
y'all heard him say Zebo, that's his
the only reason why 3 did a song with Moneybag Yo. Then after that, Moneybag Yo was on Fred and Yellow side.
Yeah.
You know, so Gotti annoy you 3. And
Okay.
Gotti, like I said, gotta go pick anybody that's not street.
So what's your thoughts on Gotti? Because I done seen you make some comments. I seen you made a comment about
he was a perfect businessman.
Perfect businessman. Did someone make that post up, or was it you when what did it say? Yo Gotti brought the feds to Dallas.
He did.
Why you say that?
Because them niggas wanted to be cool. See, you can move all the dope you want if you ain't being too loud.
Mm-hmm.
You might have jewelry and all this shit. You know how many dope boys I know they got jewelry and all this shit, and the law's not worried about them.
Mm-hmm.
But let you start rapping, you got too much power. They coming. In Dallas, Texas, they coming. This artist say the artist V Block nigga, he said, nigga, I got this bitch rolling. 3 spots, 1 block. I got this bitch rolling. The feds hit his ass 3 months later. You know what I'm saying?
So I mean, so you said by them signing to Gotti.
No, by Gotti bringing over there and coming over there on that block and having 100 people over there, and the whole world is showing this block with a bunch of money, and niggas talking about how much dope they selling. You bring your Gotti over there and you popping $12,000 bottles of Ace of Spades, and you doing it too big over there. Now everybody over there think they can do what they want to do and openly sell drugs outside and doing all this. They hell no, because you got niggas flying in from Nebraska.
Yeah.
Just go hang with Z in there.
Okay.
They doing too much. The feds came, broke all it up.
Yeah. So is Zillionaire and Montana and them, is they really like that in the streets? As far as like getting money?
It's 2 ways. I can be like, hell yeah, they up here selling dope and selling that, they for real. And then that would really be snitching. Right? I can tell the truth.
So why, this the reason why I don't consider certain things like that snitching. If a nigga go in the booth and write a whole song and hit publish on that motherfucker and release it to the world and say the same things that me and people like other bloggers will get in the interview and say, how is it snitching when they record it?
Right. So yeah, Montana moving all the drugs around this motherfucker. He
So with that being said,
Montana moving all the drugs around this hoe. He just moving boxes. He moving 1,000 boxes.
I might need to link over Montana because I've been, since I've been here in Dallas, man, I ain't been running across nothing but the whop ass weed, man.
That's all they getting out here.
You drinking cough syrup in the middle of being paralyzed in the hospital.
Man, nigga, this is so cold.
Oh my God. Go man got to show off his Bentley. Okay.
If somebody else, let's go with this narrative. What did
Gucci do wrong?
If Gucci didn't sign him, what if somebody else would have signed him?
Why would he sign? Okay, why would you sign the Gucci then? People don't understand why they gotta blame themselves. Why would you sign the contract if you didn't like, if you thought this man did bad business?
Well, I don't think the bad business was what Pooh was upset about.
What is he upset about?
Well, his cousin, Big Scar.
What is the Gucci kill his cousin?
No, Gucci didn't kill him, but Gucci, I felt like Gucci didn't make him a priority when he died.
Stop. And I like banking. I type to Boucher. Stop. So you mean to tell me if I invest 100,000 in this rapper and he out there popping pills and not doing what he supposed to do, and then playing Russian roulette with these pills and these pills finally kill him, and I gotta go spend another 50,000 when I gave this man a chance to change his life, but the devil, he kept letting the devil and take him down. He ain't appreciating the chance he got. I looked at Scar shit ain't even selling. It wasn't streaming. It was not streaming. Squad didn't make no hell of a stream and hell of money for Gucci.
No, he didn't. But
I'm like, Gucci, man, let me get them chains back then. Cause I gave you an opportunity. You know how many kids in this world I could have gave that opportunity to, and they would appreciate it.
Even if I was even if I didn't want to pay for the funeral, me being me, I wouldn't have asked for the change.
But he did though. Gucci did.
I know he did, and I feel like that was wrong.
No, Gucci paid some for the funeral. Gave 10,000.
No, yeah, he did. After he got ridiculed online about it.
Right. But still though, he gave 10,000 to the funeral to what's called, and Atlanta gave 20,000. That's more money than this man that streams.
But that was after all the complaints were being made.
But I understand that. But that's more money than he was streaming. The man wasn't working. I gotta pay for this man. This man ain't been working.
Let's say Finesse was your artist, right?
Yeah.
And knock on whatever, because I definitely don't want my nigga to nothing bad happen to him. But let's just say it did, and you got a bond with him. That's your artist, and your first phone call, would you be asking for the change?
If they call and saying, "We need you to pay for this, pay for that," and you know how much money I don't waste on this nigga for him to be popping some pills. You know how much money I done wasted on this nigga for y'all to be calling about this and this man, I've been telling this nigga, come on, he need to do this, he need to do that, he need to do this, he need to do that, and he don't stop me onto the phone. He out there hanging with Enchanting. They both up there getting full of them pills. You got Hot Boy West, he up here robbing people. I gotta pay for a goddamn lawyer for Hot Boy West. All these people Gucci signed, lost their goddamn mind. None of them did no work except Pooh Shiesty. He really do no work. He got caught robbing. Fujiona got caught doing all this. You got all these people that Gucci signed, and they were just happy to get some chains, a little money in their pocket, and a watch. And that was it. None of them was successful.
Man, you know how many partners I got in the neighborhood that's fuck ups, and they fuck up consistently. But man, when you love somebody, bro, you know what I'm saying?
I love my kids more.
Yeah, true.
I love my kids more. Like I love Mo3 to the heart. Yeah. I love my kids more.
Yeah, for sure.
So you can't keep on when you love somebody. I don't think Gucci loved them. It was business.
It was business. So I can see that. So if it was that type of situation, then yeah, I get it.
Pooh Shiesty wasn't he wasn't no homeboy love from the hood. It was business. And you mean tell me you think I ain't finna tell and you finna get me out the business that mean you got? Hell no.
So why I think Gucci was wrong, and I can't when I'm comparing you and other people, you know what I'm saying, managers, CEOs to Gucci, it's different. Gucci made money off of the gangster image. He portrayed himself to be. I've seen Gucci kick niggas off the video set for snitching before. And you turn right around.
He old now. Man,
I mean, when he kicked the nigga out the video set for snitching, that was maybe 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, but shit.
What he had a heart transplant since then?
Damn nurse, you seen another 20 million. That's what man supposed to think like a white boy. Nigga, if Pooh Shiesty robbed
me,
Jay-Z, let's say Pooh Shiesty walked in the house and kicked the door in and robbed Jay-Z and Beyonce. You don't think Jay-Z gonna tell? Pistol whip Beyonce.
Well, okay. Yeah, I think Jay-Z would tell.
Ain't a man.
But I'm gonna say this though, and this ain't no. I'm sure Jay-Z probably would never see this interview, but if for some reason he did, I don't think Jay-Z was a gangster.
Yeah, he rapped about it.
I think Jay-Z was a hustler, and in my opinion, those two differ.
He rapped about being a gangster.
Jay-Z rapped about selling bricks, and he one stabbing.
Oh, selling bricks ain't no gangster shit?
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
I done seen nerds sell bricks.
Okay, bet. So if a nerd go to jail, get some dope from the plug and go to jail, and he tell on the plug that ain't snitching. He just a nerd. I got to stop moving goalposts.
You should have been fucking with a nerd. You should have been. You got to know who you fucking with.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
So like,
but with Jay-Z and I'm saying Jay-Z and Gucci, I look at them different. I've never seen or heard of Jay-Z promoting himself to be a killer or a gangster like Gucci has and done in the past. So therefore, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't surprise me as much.
I trade all that gangster image. Gucci did right. He traded all that gangster image for about 20 million. Pooh Shiesty gonna make him another 40 million.
Yeah, I disagree with that. You know, I feel like if this situation with Pooh Shiesty wouldn't have never happened, and you ask Gucci something similar about snitching and cooperating,
Rainwater
I feel like he'll have that same response that he's been having all these years.
Now he is a person.
Don't know how to do interviews.
A person don't realize
that they changed until they get put in a situation.
Yeah. He put the fucked up situation in. That was my studio. Yeah.
Wow. You know, it's like
I told Pooch, people where to go.
Yeah, I told a couple people that I talked to from Atlanta. They said, Gucci he been living off a fake body for years. He ain't never been that. They say he snitched on Jeezy years ago.
Yeah, but Gucci, I seen Gucci. I heard Gucci whoop the nigga ass with a pool sticking out. I heard stories about it.
Yeah.
Certain situations.
Yeah. Again, yes.
Man, nigga like Pooch Ice, I'm
so
telling
low down, it don't
you
make
can't
no
go to
sense.
war with no Pooch Ice. You don't give a damn.
Yeah. No, you don't. You know what I'm saying? And me and Charles was talking yesterday, this morning. If there would have been a crew from Memphis and Ecstasy the other night that got into it with the what you call them, bouncers and shit, that shit would have been totally different.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they would have needed all kind of nurses and doctors and all kind of shit up there. So it is different in Memphis, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you on that, but
Evie out studs is terrible.
man.
Memphis got the worst.
Yeah,
studs,
we got the worst studs, especially Bro Rilla. That
and the worst mamas.
If we did have good studs, Bro Rilla make the studs look bad. You know what I'm saying?
Man, y'all got the worst studs and worst mamas.
The worst mamas?
Yeah.
Who? Give me an example.
Because most Memphis rappers, they mamas gangsters.
Yeah, my mom was a gangster.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Our mamas be gangsters. So so like it ain't no Memphis didn't have y'all ain't have a chance.
We still
now the 8-ball.
Now wait a minute. Now, Rainwater tried to find a way to get one in because he hating on Memphis. He really jealous of Memphis because he know that the rappers that come up out of Memphis is way better than down there in Dallas. Now, I ain't got nothing against Dallas. Shout out to Dallas, but I got to tell the damn truth. And, he tried to throw one in. He talking about the women all the way across the motherfucking board. And that's not the first time I done seen Rainwater sit there, with his big head. Because he looked like when I was looking right there, he looked like Martin on Martin when Martin had them knots on his head. Remember when he got beat up and his head was swole up? Okay, and then when he went and joined the monks, okay, that's all right. He looked like Martin when on those episodes, but Rainwater be hating really on Memphis, okay. And he's sitting up there throwing shots in Govan's face. He talking about Memphis. He really throwing shots at Govan in his face. Okay.
Them 8-ball kids,
MJG,
and all them kids that grew up in the area, the gangster boo kids.
Yeah,
they ain't have no chance.
They had no chance.
What area did Rainwater grow up in? Did he grow up in around South Dallas or something like that? What you talking about? He didn't have no chance. He's standing on the backs of people like that. Rainwater couldn't hold a candle to none of them folks that he talking about. He couldn't hold a candle to MJG. He couldn't hold a candle to Gangsta Boo. He can't touch them folks. He only known for managing Mo3, and then his name come up as having something to do with that. And I mean, and just from what he's saying and how he acting, I believe he did have something to do. He did set Mo3 up. He seemed like the type that would do something like that.
Man, before we get out of here, I think a couple questions they had. Out of all the artists you done helped manage, who was your favorite artist managing?
Except for Mo3?
Yeah, let's not be a list.
He's very insulting. He'll always be known as Mo3 manager that could have had him set up. Okay. So he'll always have a negative connotation. I mean, Who raised him? Because folks talk about how dirty he did Mo3 mama. What make him think that he should have his hands on Mo3's money before Mo3's mama? So who raised his motherfucking ass? Scum of the damn earth.
Well, now we can include Mo3.
Him. That was...
Okay, after Mo3 then.
Look at him rubbing the eye boogers out his eyes.
Okay, so yeah.
If Finesse and Junior got back together, I could have ran. Man, you know how good, man, I could have ran that whole play. Man, this nigga Junior come with islands. Finesse, you know, nigga, you got this gaming. You got a whole island to play this game and shit that you want. You can have 20 girls on this island with just you and Suge running through the jungle. I'm fucking the hoes off camera and kicking them out this island. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, the Shakur Stevenson boxing matches. Man, hey, Junior, here go 50,000. Make sure you walk Finesse out. Walk out, you go on top of the world. Man, the old man got 6 boxers that's world champions.
Yeah. You know, and for you to bring up the old man, I always thought that the type
I don't want to listen to that no more. You know, it's really something wrong with the Memphis people. It really is. It's something wrong with the Memphis people. I mean, they on a lot of them on the slow bus. Because Quet sitting up there grinning after that man sat in his face and insulted him. They got the worst mamas. But see, the only thing Quet grinning because Quet hate women. A lot of these Memphis men hate women. You're not gonna hear them, even though he put his mama in the category, his mama, his baby mamas, and his daughters. He's sitting up there grinning with that snake. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me see something. I'm getting ready to show y'all what he looked like. I believe he did set Mo3 up. He mad because he can't hold. He maybe, you know, he been wanting to make some money off Memphis people, and because it's plenty to be made. He just can't get none off of them. I don't think nobody down there in Dallas really messing with him like that. That's the reason why he find a lot of people that they would on the internet and had him into it. He make money off of that. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can pull that up. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I want to show y'all that picture. I mean, Martin looked the best. This how Rainwater. This how Rainwater sitting up there looking like Martin when he joined the monks. Y'all see the plaits and stuff on his head? His head just bigger than Martin's. That's exactly how he looked. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I wonder why I can't make it big. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to pull it up. Okay, y'all, here it is right here. Y'all, this how rainwater look. This how rainwater look right here. Yeah, that's how rainwater was looking. Sitting there talking to Cat. That's how he was sitting there looking. I guess big pressure. I guess. And what he did was totally disrespectful. But you know, Govan didn't check him because he said it about women. You know, not even realizing Govan's mother is from Memphis. His grandmother is from Memphis. His daughters are from Memphis. But because Govan hate women, he didn't think none of it. Okay, at least he talked about the women, but he really was talking about everybody because he a sissy. Anyways, y'all. So y'all, I really enjoyed being on here, back on here with y'all. That's not the first time I've heard him talk about Memphis. He got something against Memphis because Memphis got all the best rappers, got a lot of talent, and I guess they won't sign him on as a manager. And so he got to do, boxing matches on. I guess that's what it is. They said Govan don't give a F about $1. I don't like, to me it's embarrassing though. The man sit there and say they got the worst mothers. And then Govan said what the worst mothers. And then in the next breath, he back grinning and laughing with him. What's wrong with these damn people from out of Memphis? People want to hijack our city. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all ain't never let me heard me let nobody get up on my panel, and when they do, I check them. It ain't gonna be no hell no. I make my own money though. Okay, I do my own thing. I make my own money, so I don't have to scratch my head or my ass when it ain't it. My ass don't itch at all. It's real clean. Okay, and my head do be too, but I don't have to scratch my head when it ain't itching. That's all right. Stuff like that. I don't know. It just, I still can't get over how I saw Onan over there, talking bad about Memphis, and you had a lot of Memphis people, stupid, ignorant mother suckers, up on there. The people at Memphis, that's how he told them. Memphis, lying on Memphis. They knew the truth. And they sitting up there on that damn panel like a bunch of damn fools. Because everybody in Memphis knew what had happened to Young Dolph. They knew that Yo Gotti and them had him killed. They didn't have to be on no damn panels, listen to nobody lying. They knew what had happened. Then he would go in on them. That's why I say it's something. But we've been getting on the praying line every month. I'm praying for my city because there is a spirit in this city. It's definitely a spirit of jealousy where people have to downplay what they have going on. They can't walk out in their best shoes. They can't wear their best clothes. These dudes in Memphis be swearing they get money, but then as soon as they see somebody in a nice car, they want to carjack them. I thought you said you was a baller. Because ballers they ain't what they call the pocket watching nobody else, and they sure ain't trying to jack them because they got their own stuff. But that's the mindset of the people in there's a demonic force that is released in Memphis. It's really sad because it's a lot of talent in Memphis and the culture is so rich. But it's a damn shame that I have to get on here as a woman and stand alone and scream on every rooftop a lot of the stuff that I've been screaming because a lot of these men are a bunch of damn fools from up out of Memphis. Well, Young Dolph, he was trying to, he was putting on, coming around us in $3,000 shoes. What he thought we had gonna do, we had gonna kill him. And everybody all over the world looking at him. That's embarrassing to me. So you got that type of spirit, that's a spirit of jealousy. You're a damn man. You ain't supposed to be watching no other man like that. You get out and get your own stuff. You ain't got no business being jealous of a man to the point that you glad that another man took him out because he was jealous of him being his competition. Don't no real man agree with no mess like that. That's why when I say some of them real street dudes out in Memphis that's getting real money, they didn't agree with that. They didn't talk about it. All they said was he took that too far. That wasn't supposed to happen. Rather, it came the real street dudes that get money that came from North Memphis or South Memphis. Them ones that get money in North Memphis, they didn't agree with that stuff. Because the ones that agree with it is coming from a place of jealousy. Hell, it ain't Young Dolph's fault you're a damn failure. And me as a woman that's homegrown from out of Memphis have to get up on here and say, yeah, that ain't right. That ain't right. What they did to him wasn't right. She a woman, she out of her place. Bitch, you need to get in your place. You as a man, that ain't right what they did to another man that take care of his family. Eliminating poverty and generational curses in his family. And helping other young dudes in Memphis to do it too. Bitch, you can't rap. It ain't his fault you can't rap. He won't gonna put me on. You're a junkie. Get off of the drugs. What he gonna do with you? You're a junkie. It ain't his fault you can't rap. If a lot of these men in Memphis was in their place, I wouldn't have to get on my platform and say a lot of the stuff that I say. And I listen, I got God backing me, and I have confidence in what I do. I know how to make my own living. I don't kiss nobody's ass. That's why I can get on here and talk like I talk. They're gonna blackball you. I don't care. They can't blackball me. That ain't my source. I know who my source is. And it don't come from man. That's why I can stand on the side of what's right. My dad taught me a lot, but one of the things that resonated was my dad was an elected official, and my dad used to always say, when he would run them, when it was time for him to be elected, when it was time for him to be reelected, he would identify all of the fence riders. He said, now it's time for me to identify all of the fence riders. He said, and you know what I'm going to do when I identify them? I said, what you going to do, Dad? He said, push them over to the other side. He said, I don't want no fence rider on my side. I'm going to help them and push them over to the other side because they can't roll with me. That's why I don't deal with fence riders. It's as I always say, so it's so many people that ride the fence because they play both sides. They ride the fence so much, they sit on the fence so much, they have splinters up their ass. So I'm gonna help you to take the splinters out your ass. I'm gonna push you over to the other side, ride with them, because I don't want your two-faced ass on my side. Okay. Got it being quiet because he know the folks is at his ass. Big Pressure. You ain't no damn fool either. Big Pressure. You know better. You know got it being quiet because he know them folks want him. Go Man told you that the folks wanted him. I told y'all they got Straight Drop back there. They offered to give him some time. They even offered to give Straight Drop a little deal in the beginning, and which Straight Drop had hopes. Don't get me started. I'm not getting ready to get into that because that's what y'all be wanting me. Y'all be wanting me to tell it. Okay, but I ain't gonna tell it. They knew all the time that Gotti was the one paid for that hit, and he didn't pay for it by himself. Big Pressure. He didn't pay for it by himself, and Juke didn't pay for it. Quet didn't pay for it. Gotti paid for it, and some more people with the money paid for it. If I had to guess, it would be Zach Randolph and Head, but I don't know. But the police have an idea. That's the reason why they're still working at it. They want to put everything on Daddy-O. They know Zach and Head was involved in that. And probably Moneybag. He never passed the smell test. I stand on that. But one thing about it, I don't have to guess. This I know. When they said there were other people that they had identified that wanted him dead. They identified it because they had the money to want him dead. I don't have to make this stuff up, but I'm not going to get into that. Moneybag been trying to relive everything Young Dolph did, but I mean, it ain't nothing wrong with him admiring him, but you know. This man just had instigated a situation recently with Pooh Shiesty and with Gucci Mane, and people still trying to hold hope alive when they already know that he already kept having his dudes try to kill the man. I don't know what Quet think he gonna get out of trying to protect him, because I don't want to see anything happen to Quet. Let me just put that into the atmosphere. I don't want nothing. I don't want nobody to kill him or nothing like that. Okay? I absolutely don't. I don't want that to happen. But if something was to happen to him, and God, I hope it don't happen, it would be them to do it to him. It wouldn't be paper route. It would be Gotti and them to do it. Because I'm sure at this point they think he's a liability. Hell, his lawyer got in the court and told it. And I ain't mad at his lawyer for telling it. He did. Why? I mean, that was the perfect time to tell it. He on trial. They saying that they gave him the wrong charges to begin with. Or if they was gonna give him those charges, they never should have charged him and arrested him and not arrested at least Juke. But they couldn't arrest Juke because they wanted to get Gotti with Juke, and they didn't. Okay, but anyways, hey, we just have to let them people do their job. They'll get it together one day. Anyways, y'all, I tell you, y'all hit the like button. The last time I was on here, when I got off of here, we didn't even have 100 likes. I want to make sure we got 100 likes. Because y'all being here listening and looking and don't be hitting up. Oh, hell no. Y'all been sitting up in my chat and ain't been hitting the like button. And y'all ain't even sit. Okay. Y'all need donate to the channel, please. Y'all hit the like button. We need 28 more likes. We need at least 28 more likes. He said, do I know Killer? No, I don't know who Killer is. Thank you, Daryl. No, I don't know who Killer is. What area did he live in? Edward, what area did Killer live in? Y'all hit the like button, you guys. He said, Juke on a live case over according to Big How Big Pressure know? Big Pressure just be talking mess. He don't know. Big Pressure be coming in here meddling. Yeah, I'm trying to see how many likes we got now. Yeah, it's still 100 of y'all in here. So I really need 20 more likes. Thank you, darling. He said I left my thumbprint on the like. Okay, I appreciate that. Lord have mercy. Big Pressure. I know you're not still trying to go with that narrative. Juke was loyal to his brother. Juke was loyal to his brother, and his brother said it's time for to get Young Dolph out the way. He gonna go and try to make that happen. It didn't have anything to do with a big brother, a little brother trying to tell a big brother something. It had everything to do with them trying to save the reputation of number one of themselves and of their label, the credibility of their label, and to knock out their competition. His brother was absolutely 100% on board with that because he gave his brother that green light, and that's the reason why his brother went to quit. Yeah, how many likes do we have now? He said his name is Killer on Cam Capone News. No, I don't know him. I don't know a lot of these younger rappers. Thank you. He said sent gold coins for 10 jewels. I wonder how do I see that? Cause I don't see it. Thank you, darling. He said, I feel Big Juke got spit on and he had no choice but to go with his move. Somebody else got in Big Bro ear. Little bro couldn't tell him nothing. Lord Jesus. I mean, I don't believe Juke would just listen to just know anybody. Y'all hit the like button for me. We need 11 more likes. We need 11 more likes. Big pressure when we put together our voter registration drive, are you going to come out there and work with us? Are you going to come out there to the voters registration drive? I need all the Memphians to come out. Okay, he said there's a little purple gift box next to the type of okay. Yeah, but aren't you from Memphis? If he let someone spit on him and let that ride, no one would respect him or CMG anymore. Yeah, I'm trying. I want to. Let's see how many likes we got. Okay, y'all, we need 9 more likes. We need 9 more likes. Y'all almost there. Okay, you have to purchase the gift box. I got to see what the gift box does because it didn't pop up there. Let me see. It didn't even give me a notification. Okay, he says sent thumbs up for 10 jewels. Okay. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna get off here. Oh, it's 11:11. That's the perfect timing to get off. I need to take a shower, get myself ready for work in the morning. I enjoy being. I be missing y'all when I'm not on here. I'm definitely going to get on tomorrow. Let me think. Do I have anything to do tomorrow? No. After I get off of work, I'm gonna come home and um and make dinner. I don't know what I want to eat tomorrow. I've been craving grilled chicken and stuff, so I'll probably do me a grilled chicken salad tomorrow for dinner. And then after I grill my chicken cutlets and make my salad, I'll get on. I had a good time with you all tonight. I had fun when I'm not on, and then I get off, and then I'll be gone. But like I said, I've been having to recuperate. I had my finals. I was studying hard. I was working hard, and it totally drained me. I'm totally obsessed with making good grades. I want to make no lower than a B on my in my classes. In my legal class, I got an A average. And I was looking at some of the work because I thought I had a C in my theater class, but I see that my instructor, that makeup work, a lot of that makeup work, he's been adding those points. And I see I'm getting up to it. I'm probably gonna make a low B, but it's a B still. So I'm just dedicated because I want to get into a law school in Memphis. I don't want to. I'm not going out of town. My life is in Memphis, so I'm not going out of town for no law school. So I got to get into Cecil Humphreys Law School. Thank you, Daryl. I appreciate you all getting on with me tonight and hanging out with me tonight. Like I said, I'm going to get on tomorrow. I was gonna drop the link and let Cypress get up here, but I'm tired. I'm ready to take my shower and throw and get my clothes out so I can go to bed. But I appreciate you all for getting on. I appreciate y'all for being patient with me while I try and recuperate and rest my brain. That's why, like after my testing, it has taken me a few days to like recuperate from all of that thinking, all of that work, all of that stress. I be up under like just wanted to make sure I make the highest grades. I gotta stop doing that to myself, like putting myself up under stress like that. Just stressing up and just trying so hard. Like when I study, I go over it over and over and over and over. And I'm so into the law part. Like you see, my average was an A. My teacher told me because she had sent me an email and she was like, I missed an assignment. And I panicked. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I have not missed. I said, I have not missed an assignment since I've been in your class. And I said, I don't understand. Like I had to have overlooked it. And I was like, well, please let me make it up. And she was like, well, because it was a zero. And she was like, well, it wouldn't make a difference whether you made it up or not, because rather you make it up or if you keep the zero, you still got an A average. Because my scores were so high, even with the assignment that I missed that I got a zero on, I still got an A average. And I thought about it, I was like, an A is an A. So I mean, I'll just take that zero and I still got an A. So that's how hard I've been working. Yeah, free CEO Jizzle. Thank you, darling, for hitting the like button. To you and your mods in chat. I pray out everything is good. So yeah. I've taken a few days to like recuperate. And like I said, I was involved in the election And we'll talk about the election one day this week. And you know, a few of my people won. LaShanta Rudd won. I supported her. Damon didn't win. They cheated with Damon. And we're gonna talk about that. They cheated with him. Heidi did not win. There were two candidates that I wanted to support for mayor. Heidi was selection one. Mikhail Lowry was selection two. Heidi didn't win, but Mikhail did. So if she didn't win, I would have preferred for him to win. So I'm happy for him. Anthony Buckner got the nomination for sheriff. I'm happy. I supported him. That was my choice. So he would have allowed you to make the zero up. Yep, he was going to allow me to make the zero up. What she was, and she was like, well, whether you make the zero up or not, you still got an A in the class. So I was like, do I put myself up under stress to make that up, or I still got an A average? So I still made my A. So I start summer school on June the 1st. I got 3 classes because I'm taking African American literature. Oh my God, I cannot wait. I'm taking African American literature. I gotta take a natural science. I have to. So I enrolled in biology. Yeah, I'm going to interview next week. I am going to have a doctor on. He is a OBGYN that was falsely accused. It was national, and it is a scandal behind it. I am going to have him on to talk about what happened in the Memphis area. The feds indicted him based on a lie. Okay. He was the top doctor in Memphis. Now, let me just say this, how he ended up reaching out to me. He's a Indian doctor. And there, about 3 years ago, when I was in the private sector, I was hired to do some work for, yeah, he's an Indian doctor. I was hired to do some work for a couple. They're Indians. Yes, they were Indians, and they were in this child custody battle. And they used to hire me and pay me top dollar. They owned all of the Hilton hotels in Arkansas and Mississippi. So when they used to send me on, they used to hire me to send me on missions. They would put me up in the presidential suite. I was like, dog. I mean, I loved it when, and they paid me very well. But anyways, what they ended up doing was, we've always kept in touch because of how hard I worked for them on that case. And I worked so hard for them. My client's dad is one of the top doctors in Arkansas, and I worked so hard for them on that case, on that child custody case. Her dad ended up buying me this very expensive. She called me one day. She was like, "My father, I have a surprise for you. Can you meet me?" And I was like, yeah, okay. And they gave me this beautiful Michael Kors purse, like this. They had just put it out. It's like, my dad was appreciation for helping us. My dad bought you this purse, and it's a beautiful Michael Kors purse. But I wish he had known I like Coach better. I like Coach purses, but that purse is very beautiful. But anyways, they had this particular doctor to call me, and they told him I had a TV show and I had a vlog and all of that. And she had reached out to me too, and she was like, would you interview him? Would you give him the opportunity also would you work with them? And so I ended up talking to him. He was like, what kind of packages you have? I will give me the top, whatever it is I pay you. I was like, well, no, well, listen, I'm gonna read about your case and stuff. And anyways, I believe that he was railroaded. I do. I believe that he was totally railroaded. And if I'm saying that right, railroaded. I'm tired. And so I'm gonna have him on to talk about how the federal government just kind of jumped to judgment on his particular situation. Well, how he was set up um, on that particular situation, and then he's gonna come on to talk about, because he's still a medical doctor. I asked him if he would come on and talk about some things that women need to know as it relates to their health, like their reproductive organs. He was his wife was like an oncologist, so it's gonna be good for you men to giving medical tips. Like I said, he's a licensed OBGYN and oncologist. So, I think I think some other doctors had gotten very jealous of him because his practice went to, like, he became the top practice in Memphis. Like, he was making the most money. Like, everybody was going to him. His wife was a doctor. He opened up at one time of the day. He would do the mornings and the afternoon, and then his wife, who's a doctor, would do the evening. So they had cornered the market. And I think they set this man, this man was set up. So we're gonna give him the opportunity to come on and talk about what he had going on, and then I asked him to come back and talk about you know things that women need to know, because a lot of women don't go and get pap smears like they should. They kind of men kind of ignore signs of in situations. Men don't really like to go to doctors to get themselves checked out. So he's going to be on talking about a lot of that. We're going to have him on talking about a lot of that type of stuff too, so that I think that's important. So that'll be very educational. So we're going to talk about how he was railroaded first, and then I'm going to start having him on once a week to give tips and stuff on your health, on because an oncologist is a male doctor, but they also deal with cancer, So yes, jealousy is an MF. I'm telling you, it is. So I'm really excited about that. Um, he'll be on next week. He will be on next week. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm excited for everybody. I'll let after you tell the story and all that, when he comes back, I'll let you all ask him questions and stuff like that. So, anyways, y'all, who else? I got somebody. I had somebody else that's supposed to come on. Now that the elections are over, I think I'll be able to get Steve on. I think Steve be a little scared because he'll say, yeah, I do. I want to come on there. I think he'll think about it. I think I've told him I am not going to attack him. Nobody, I promise, I am not that type of person. I don't trick people on my show and then attack them. I don't do stuff like that, period. I do not do that at all. I don't believe in that. Anyways, you guys, I enjoyed you all. Y'all make sure y'all sleep peacefully. I want to say a little prayer. Oh, let me show y'all this before I get off. I want to show y'all this. I want to see you all on here in the morning, okay? You don't have to say anything if you don't want to, but if you wake up in the morning, you could just tune in. And I love getting up. My mom was like, I look forward to getting up in the mornings and being on the praying line. This is my prayer line. This is the number right here. The name of the praying line is Strength for Today. I feel like when you pray early in the morning and you command your day, it gives you strength. This is the number to the prayer line, 978-890-8900. And the code, once you dial the number, is 061043 pound. I put from 7 to 7:20, but it's really from 7 to 7:10 a.m. And while you up getting ready for work, a lot of, when people get on, oftentimes they have something going on. God says where two or three agree, he would be in the midst. God said that he would be in the midst. So when we pray or we have issues going on, you don't even have to say your name, and you ask, well, this is what I want to pray and agree on. We have a young lady that get on every morning that is going through a situation right now that she's been praying just more and more people, or some people just jump on. I had a lady to jump on one morning from she was in Missouri. She saw that I shared it on my Facebook Live page, and she just jumped on because she was up getting ready for work. So anyways, you guys, that's the number right there. If you all forget it, go on my Facebook page, my Real Talk with Tamara like page, or my Facebook page. I made it public and you'll see the number. But we're always off by 7:10, no longer than 7:15. Okay. Anyways, most gracious Father, I just thank you for everybody that was on this live, Lord. I ask that you shield and protect us all and our families as we rest tonight. Protect our properties, look over our properties. God, I ask that you, for those of us that have to get up and work in the morning, I ask that you get up and go before us. Give us traveling grace to and from work. Give our families traveling grace so that we all may return home to our loved ones just as we left. No weapon formed against any of us shall prosper. Anything that rises up against any of us that was on this live that meant well will be condemned. Any evil eyes, any spells, any curses that was spoken out while we was on this live, we reverse every curse and send it back to the sender, and may it manifest in their very own lives in less than 30 days. Any evil thing that was spoken out. I love you all. You all sleep peacefully. I'll talk with you tomorrow.